All right, so ready to dive into some predictions about the future?
Always fascinated by this stuff.
Yeah, me too. It's like getting a peek into what might be,
Right, even if it's not always accurate.
Exactly. And today we're talking about Baba Vanga.
The Bulgarian mystic.
Yeah, some call her the Nostradamus of the Balkans.
Heard that.
So we found this YouTube video that breaks down her timeline for humanity. Thought it'd be fun to see what she saw coming.
Sounds interesting. What's first on the list?
Well, she predicted a major conflict in Europe by 2025.
Oh, wow. That's pretty soon.
Yeah, and with everything going on in the world right now, it's definitely got people a little on edge.
I could see why.
I mean, experts are concerned about rising tensions and everything,
Right?
but most don't think we're heading for a World War III just yet.
Yeah, those are two very different things, like potential flashpoints versus a full-blown global war.
Exactly.
But, even if her predictions aren't always spot on, it's interesting how they reflect our anxieties about the future.
Yeah, true. Okay, so 2025, Europe in turmoil. But just a few years later, in 2028, she predicted something totally different.
What's that?
Humans looking to Venus for energy.
Venus. Really?
Yep. That one threw me for a loop, too.
Well, Venus does have that super dense atmosphere.
Around all those sulfuric acid clouds.
And some scientists think we could actually maybe get energy from them, or even from the planet's ionosphere.
Hold on, back up a second. Ionosphere.
Yeah, it's this layer high up in the atmosphere full of charged particles.
Okay.
And those particles can create electric currents. It's pretty complex, but basically there's tons of energy up there.
So theoretically, we could use that energy.
Maybe someday. But the technology to do that, well, it's way beyond us right now. Plus, just landing anything on Venus is, like, ridiculously hard.
Yeah, I've heard it's super hot, right?
Oh, yeah. Hot enough to melt lead, and the pressure is like being thousands of feet underwater.
Yikes. Okay, so Venus as a gas station is probably not happening anytime soon.
Probably not.
Back to Vanga's timeline, though. In 2033, she predicted the polar ice caps melting and sea levels rising dramatically. Kind of old news.
Well, yeah, we already know that's happening. Climate change is a huge issue.
Exactly. But her prediction suggests it's going to happen way faster than what most scientists are saying.
Ah, okay.
So it's like she's amplifying a real concern, a warning almost.
Yeah, like, hey, pay attention, this is serious. But these predictions, they're not always meant to be taken literally, right?
Yes.
They can be metaphorical, symbolic, open to interpretation.
Right, right. Okay, let's jump ahead a bit. In 2076, she predicted the spread of communism globally.
Globally.
Yeah, what do you make of that one?
I mean, it's hard to imagine any one ideology taking over the whole world.
Especially with how much things change politically.
Right. But it does tap into that fear, of one system dominating everything.
Definitely. Okay, now for the prediction that really caught my eye. In 2130, she predicted first contact with aliens. I don't know if I actually believe it, but it's exciting to think about, right?
It is. The possibility of extraterrestrial life has always fascinated people.
Imagine what that encounter would be like.
I know, right? Would they be friendly? Or hostile? Would their technology be super advanced?
So many questions. It's like something straight out of science fiction.
Except it might not be fiction if Vanga's right.
Exactly. Okay, so we've got potential war, a quest for energy on Venus, melting ice caps, global communism, and alien contact.
She wasn't messing around.
Nope. What else is on her list for humanity?
Well, it gets even wilder from here.
Okay, I'm ready. Lay it on me.
Welcome back.
All right, so we're back and ready for more of Baba Vanga's predictions.
You ready for some more mind-blowing stuff?
Hit me with it.
All right, so remember how we were talking about all those potential disasters?
Yeah, wars, environmental stuff.
Yep.
Pretty intense.
Well, she also had some more hopeful predictions in there, too.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, for instance, she predicted that by the year 4599, humans will achieve immortality.
Immortality. Like living forever.
Yep, exactly.
Wow, that's a big one.
It is, isn't it? I mean, think about it. Our whole understanding of life and death is based on the idea that our time is limited.
Right.
But what if that wasn't the case anymore?
Yeah, what would happen to our society? Would we even be motivated to do anything?
Exactly. Would we just become complacent? Or would we use that endless time to achieve amazing things?
It's hard to even wrap your head around it.
It is. It really is. I mean, just imagine what we could accomplish if we weren't limited by time.
Yeah, the possibilities are pretty much endless.
They really are. But the question is, how realistic is this? Like, could we actually achieve immortality?
Good question. Is that even scientifically possible?
Well, right now, No, not really. But technology is advancing so quickly.
True.
We've already seen some incredible breakthroughs, like in gene editing, regenerative medicine, even artificial organs.
So you're saying it's not completely out of the question?
Not necessarily. And even if we don't achieve true immortality, the quest for longevity is going to have a huge impact on our society.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Think about the ethical dilemmas. If we could significantly extend human lifespans, would everyone have access to that technology?
Good point. It could create a whole new level of inequality.
Exactly. So these are things we need to be thinking about now before these technologies become a reality.
Absolutely. We need to figure out how these advancements can benefit everyone, not just a select few.
Right. So immortality might be on the horizon. But Vanga also predicted another big technological leap.
Okay, what is it?
She said that by the year 2100, night would vanish because we will have created an artificial sun.
An artificial sun. Seriously?
Yep, she really went there.
That sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie.
I know, right? But think about the practical implications.
Like what?
Constant light and warmth, potentially solving energy problems,
Yeah.
even making agriculture possible in places where it's not now.
I see what you mean. But wouldn't it mess with our sleep cycles and our hormones? Everything's tied to the cycle of day and night.
Oh yeah, that's a big concern for sure.
It's like even when technology seems beneficial, there can be unintended consequences.
Precisely. We have to consider the impact on human health, the environment, all of it.
So, artificial suns and immortality. Vanga really was thinking big.
She was, but it gets even wilder. She also predicted that in the year 3010, a comet will strike the moon.
Wait, a comet hitting the moon?
Yep, and she said it would create a ring of debris around Earth like Saturn's rings.
Wouldn't that be, like, catastrophic?
Well, it definitely wouldn't be good. I mean, a big enough impact could send pieces of the moon hurtling towards Earth.
Oh, wow. That's kind of terrifying.
It is. It really makes you think about how fragile our planet is.
For sure. But wouldn't we be able to see a comet coming? Like, with all our technology, shouldn't we be able to track them?
We're getting better at it, yeah.
Yeah.
But space is vast, and there's still a lot of things we don't know.
So there's always a chance something could slip past us.
Exactly. It's kind of a cosmic game of chance, which is why it's so important to keep investing in space exploration and planetary defense.
Yeah, we need to be prepared for anything.
We do. But it's also a good reminder to appreciate the time we have here on Earth.
I agree. It's easy to forget how precious it is.
It is. So we've got immortality, artificial suns, a comet hitting the moon.
Baba Vanga's predictions are definitely getting more and more intense.
They are, but that's what makes them so fascinating, right?
It's like she's challenging us to think beyond our current reality.
And consider all the possibilities, both good and bad.
It's like she's holding up a mirror to humanity.
Making us confront our fears, our hopes, and our ultimate destiny.
Exactly.
And that's what we'll continue to explore as we delve into the final part of our deep dive.
I can't wait. Let's see what other surprises Baba Vanga has in store for us. All right, so we're back for the final part of our deep dive into Baba Vanga's predictions.
The grand finale.
Exactly. And so far, it's been quite a ride, hasn't it?
Oh yeah. Wars, environmental shifts, technological leaps, even immortality. She really covered it all.
And she didn't hold back either. But we've saved the most mind-bending prediction for last.
Oh, what's that?
Vanga claimed that in the year 5078, humanity will attempt to leave the universe.
Leave the universe.
I know, right? It's like, where would we even go? What's beyond the universe?
That's the big question, isn't it? I mean, it really pushes the limits of what we understand about physics and cosmology.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if she was hinting at something beyond our current comprehension.
Right, like maybe interdimensional travel, or some kind of complete shift in how we see reality.
It's so far out there, it's almost impossible to imagine.
It is, but then again, a few centuries ago, people probably thought the idea of walking on the moon was crazy too.
That's true.
And look at us now.
Yeah.
So maybe Vanga's prediction is less about literally leaving the universe.
And more about humanity's drive to explore the unknown.
Exactly, to push beyond the boundaries of what we think is possible.
So it's not about escaping the universe, but expanding our understanding of it.
Right. Discovering new dimensions, new realities, new possibilities. Who knows what's out there?
It's pretty exciting to think about.
It is. It speaks to that deep human desire to explore, to seek out answers to those big questions about our existence.
Yeah, like where do we fit into all of this? What's our purpose?
Exactly. And maybe someday, way out in the future, we'll stumble upon something that totally changes how we see everything.
It's both exhilarating and a little terrifying at the same time.
I agree. It really puts things into perspective, though, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All our little worries, our conflicts, they seem almost insignificant when you think about the vastness of the universe.
And all the possibilities that might be out there.
Right.
So where do we go from here? We've explored Vanga's timeline from the near future to, well, the end of time, practically.
And what a journey it's been.
It has.
Yeah.
But what are we supposed to make of all this? What's the takeaway?
I think the main thing to remember is that the future isn't set in stone.
It's not predetermined.
Nope. It's shaped by our choices, our actions, and our collective imagination.
So Baba Vanga's predictions, whether we believe them or not, they're really just a starting point.
Yeah, they give us something to think about, something to discuss.
A way to imagine different possibilities.
Exactly. And ultimately, it's up to us to decide what kind of future we want to create.
Well said. This deep dive has been amazing. We've explored potential disasters, incredible advancements, mind-blowing possibilities, and it's really made us think.
That's what we were hoping for.
To make people question things, explore ideas, and maybe even come up with their own conclusions.
Right, because the future is out there waiting to be discovered.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep imagining.